4 teens behind bars after a cross-state carjacking. It started early Friday night when officers responded to reports of an armed carjacking near the 10,000 block of Northeast 13th Place in Bellevue. Police say it stretched over 160 miles, ending in Vancouver, Washington. KOMO's Karina Vargas tracking this for us tonight, and that carjacking victim just blindsided here.
Yeah, Michelle, just a very scary situation for that woman for sure. Now, police said that the woman did not see anything out of the ordinary before the suspects held her at gunpoint and got away with her vehicle. In a carjacking spree that spanned from Bellevue to Vancouver, Washington, 4 teens were arrested for allegedly stealing this BMW X5 vehicle from a woman who was headed home.
The victim said that she was very worried. She is a grandmother and did not see this coming. She told officers that she didn't see anything suspicious or out of place.
Police said the 14 suspects ages 14, 15, 16, and 17 years old followed the woman in a stolen white Hyundai before they got out and held her at gunpoint.
She put her life before her possessions. And these suspects, after they did steal that vehicle, they then drove south close to the Oregon border, where they were later apprehended.
But before that happened, police said the suspects were also trying to drive through Joint Base Lewis McChord. Then officers got a call from Tumwater Police about the suspects in the black BMW throwing things away into a dumpster.
3 baby seats, baby car seats, potted plants, an iPad. They were dumping all this merchandise in a random dumpster in Tumwater.
Washington State Patrol also got involved and started to pursue the vehicle, which was headed south on I-5 towards Vancouver, Washington. Bellevue Police asked people to be on alert.
It's a safe community, but crime does happen. So stay vigilant, stay aware, and if you see anything suspicious or out of the ordinary, contact us.
Police say that this was a random carjacking and that there is no connection between the suspects and the woman. Now, the 4 boys were taken into custody and booked for first-degree robbery and possession of a stolen vehicle. For now, reporting in studio, Karina Vargas, KOMO News.
Illegal forms of fentanyl can be found on the street. The legal form comes from a pharmacy. Both forms can be deadly.
So it's really the presence of what is a highly dangerous weapon that is in the community, gets into the home.
It penetrated 3 homes in Everett each time a baby overdosed, and only 2 of those 3 survived.
As a parent, it's sad because, for one, people aren't watching their kids and they shouldn't have drugs around their children.
Everett police are still investigating these cases, so we don't know the source of those overdoses. Nationwide, we do know that the number of fatal overdoses more than doubled among toddlers in recent years, according to the CDC and the Journal of Pediatrics.
When fentanyl's in the home, things aren't going well. And I think the question there is harm reduction.
The first action there is to return all unused medicines to the pharmacy and lock up all other meds used in the house.
With my prescriptions, I always kept it in my pillowcase underneath my head.
Second, keep Narcan on hand at all times. Everett police say the parents of one of the babies that overdosed used it to save that child's life.
You know, this works for little kids. This works for teenagers. This works for someone on the street.
Dr. Bethy Bell tells me that fentanyl drastically slows breathing or stops it altogether. But using Narcan, she says, can restore breathing in just a matter of minutes. She also suggests people avoid narcotics altogether. She says that Tylenol and ibuprofen work the same. In Everett, Denise Whitaker, KOMO News.
Family, friends, and community members gathered in White Center to remember the life of this hit-and-run victim. 81-year-old Thomas Garrett was hit Monday night at Southwest Roxbury Street and 15th Avenue Southwest. Sheriff's officials said the driver left the scene. KOMO's Paul Rivera was at that vigil today. He joins me now with their message. Paul.
Well, Michelle, they want closure, justice, and they want people to know more about who Thomas Garrett was. You're going to see here, this is the crowd that gathered today at the intersection of White Center where he was hit. He ultimately died from his injuries. Tommy Joe, as he was called, was described as a kind, considerate, and a thoughtful man. The 81-year-old He was a football player, a musician. His family members, they said he even played in a band with Jimi Hendrix back in the early days. Deputies, they are still looking for the person accused of hitting Tommy Monday night. His family hopes someone will come forward.
The driver of the vehicle kept going and left him to suffer, and ultimately to die. And so we do want any information that people have regarding the vehicle to please come forward so that, you know, our uncle and our cousin and our brother can receive some closure and move towards justice.
You're going to see here a picture of the vehicle deputies are looking for. It's a silver 2007 to 2016 Jeep Compass, somewhere within that range. It would have front end damage to the grille and the hood. Information can also be sent anonymously. We've got that info on our website. Now, the community members who were also there at that vigil today, they want to bring awareness to that part of the county. They want leaders to help those in the area with more resources and ultimately also make the area safer for those there. Michelle, back to you.
We'll continue following it. Paul, thank you.